Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the School District of Springfield Township Board of School Directors regular board meeting, March 21st, 2017. We had an executive session prior to this meeting at 6:30 p.m. to discuss a personnel matter. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Reading of the mission statement. Ms. Sarsfield, would you kindly?
The mission of the School District of Springfield Township is to educate and develop all students as learners and citizens who are high-achieving, resilient, and responsible in a changing global community.
Thank you. Roll call, Mr. King.
Mr. Chapman. Here. Ms. Casalis. Mr. Lapidus. Here. Ms. Nelson. Here. Mr. Rayer. Ms. Sarsfield. Here. Dr. Taratusky. Here. Mr. Taylor. Here. Ms. Lipinski.
Here. Announcements. The board, at its discretion, may videotape all or any portion of public board meetings subject to the limitations set forth in Policy 006.2, Broadcasting of Meetings. Board meetings will be broadcast on Friday afternoon following the board meeting. Are there any public comments on agenda items? Approval of minutes. February 7th, 2017, interim meeting, board minutes L. February 21st, 2017, regular meeting, board minutes M. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Any questions or comments? Okay.
Mr. Lapidus. Mr. Chapman. Mr. Lapidus. Ms. Nelson. Ms. Sarsfield. Dr. Taratusky. Mr. Taylor. Ms. Lipinski.
Aye. Approval of Treasurer's Report, Treasurer's Report F. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Second. Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman. Mr. Lapidus. Ms. Nelson. Ms. Sarsfield. Dr. Taratusky. Mr. Taylor. Ms. Lipinski.
Aye. Reports and information, Administrative Report, Dr. Nancy Hacker.
Thank you, Mrs. Lipinski. The only announcement that I have is just to remind everyone that we will be having a public community meeting on Thursday evening this week at 7 o'clock right here in the Freeze lobby. Our architects from Schrader Group Architects will be here to talk about our new elementary school project. We're also going to have some of the parents who were part of that initial core group design team that were part of the planning for the project to come and speak about their involvement and the process that was used, along with some of the teachers who have been part of that core group as well. So we're looking forward to being able to share information about the project, including where we are at this time in terms of both interior and exterior designs and our schematic plans, as well as answer any questions from members of the community. So hopefully we'll have good attendance for that event.
Thank you. Moving on to new business. Number 1, personnel attachment. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the following personnel as presented in the attachment: certificated personnel, confidential personnel, support personnel, extra pay for extra responsibilities, conference workshop attendance. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Any questions or comments?
The faculty managers work primarily at the high school, and they oversee our after-school athletic activities. So we always have someone from the faculty, it's a position in the contract, who actually handles giving payout, for example, to the referees who come, who help manage student behavior in the stands and so forth, and who handle any of the extra details about whatever is going on at that particular athletic event.
Mr. Chapman. Mr. Lapidus. Ms. Nelson. Ms. Sarsfield. Dr. Terratescu. Mr. Taylor. Ms. Litinski.
Aye. Number 2, approval of ESSA transportation agreements. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the attached memorandum of agreement and transportation plan for the transportation of children in foster care with the Montgomery County Office of Children and Youth to ensure the educational stability of foster care youth and meet the requirements of Every Student Succeeds Act, ESSA, attachments Z and AA. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Second. Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman. Mr. Lapidus. Ms. Nelson. Ms. Sarsfield. Dr. Terratescu. Mr. Taylor. Ms. Litinski.
Aye. Number 3, CIEE foreign exchange students. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves 2 foreign exchange students from Italy for the 2017-2018 school year, sponsored by the Council on International Education Exchange. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Any questions or comments?
Do these children already have homes designed, like who they're living with, or is that part of?
Yes, they're listed on the application.
Okay, great.
Can I ask a question also? Do we charge tuition for these students, or they're coming in as
We do not. They're
residents?
coming in as exchange students.
Okay.
Mr. King?
Mr. Chapman. Mr. Lapidus. Ms. Nelson. Ms. Sarsfield. Dr. Terratescu. Mr. Taylor. Ms. Litinski.
Aye. Number 4, overnight field trip. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the Spartan High School field hockey team to attend camp at Spooky Nook, Manheim, PA, July 19th through July 22nd, 2017. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Any questions or comments?
I have a question. Considering this takes place outside of the school year, I understand when we had to kind of weigh in on the baseball team missing part of school for an overnight field trip to Florida. I know that the wrestlers go to like something in July. I don't know if that comes before us. Why do we have to even weigh in? If the parents are paying for this and it's in July, why do we have to approve this?
Because they're still under our jurisdiction as an athletic team. We sponsor the athletic teams, and all of the teams practice in the summer. So technically, over the summer is an extension of the school year.
Are we paying for this?
No, the students pay for it themselves, but technically they're still under our jurisdiction, and our coach, who we employ, is taking the students on the
So
trip.
when the wrestlers go to Kutztown, are we going to be, they do that?
Same thing, they have to
That comes
ask the
before
board,
us?
they have to come before the board and ask for permission as well. Any of our football camps do the same thing as well.
Okay.
Mr. Chapman. Mr. Lapidus. Ms. Nelson. Ms. Sarsfield. Dr. Terratescu. Mr. Taylor. Ms. Litinski.
Aye. Number 5, E-rate application services agreement. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the E-rate application services agreement between the Montgomery County Intermediate Unit Number 23 and the School District of Springfield Township for the 2017-2018 E-rate funding year cycle, attachment BB. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman. Mr. Lapidus. Ms. Nelson. Ms. Sarsfield. Dr. Terratescu. Mr. Taylor. Ms. Litinski.
Aye. Number 6, Solicitor Services, recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the agreements for solicitor services with Fox Rothschild LLP for the period of July 1st, 2017 until June 30th, 2018. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman. Aye. Mr. Lapidus. Aye. Ms. Nelson. Aye. Ms. Sarsfield. Aye. Dr. Terratusky. Aye. Mr. Taylor. Aye. Ms. Lipinski.
Aye. Number 7, Advanced Protection Company, recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the contract with Advanced Protection Company effective March 21st, 2017 to perform security services for the district pending superintendent and solicitor review. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Any questions or comments?
Yes, this is a new company that we're using. We already employ 2 security officers who primarily work at the high school. For example, if you come in to many evening events, you may see them also working and ensuring there's crowd control and so forth. But primarily their responsibilities are during the day. One of them splits his time between not only security in the hallways and so forth, but also residency issues. Whenever we have concerns about whether or not a student resides in the district, the same individual also does our residency cases. One of those individuals is currently out on a leave. In fact, you just approved it. It was included in the personnel attachment. And because of that, we need someone to replace him, and we'd like to get someone in quickly, obviously. So this is a company that Emily researched that many of the school districts in the county are using and seem to have very high satisfaction rates with. And they are unarmed, Mr. Lapidus.
Mr. Chapman. Aye. Mr. Lapidus. Aye. Ms. Nelson. Aye. Ms. Sarsfield. Aye. Dr. Terratusky. Aye. Mr. Taylor. Aye. Ms. Lipinski.
Aye. Number 8, resolution opposing legislation on elimination of school property taxes. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the motion to adopt a resolution from the Board of School Directors opposing proposed legislation on the elimination of school property taxes as a funding mechanism for the public schools. Attachment CC. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Second. Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman. Aye. Mr. Lapidus. Aye. Ms. Nelson. Aye. Ms. Sarsfield. Aye. Dr. Terratusky. Aye. Mr. Taylor. Aye. Ms. Lipinski.
Aye. At this time, I would like to introduce an additional agenda item. It is time for us to consider renewing Carl Atkinson's contract, and I will turn it over to our solicitor, Kyle, to give us the added motion that we will be considering.
Thank you, Ms. Sleptinsky. I have in front of me a resolution for the board to consider. This would be for the election of assistant superintendent in accordance with 24 PS section 10-1076 and 10-1077 of the Public School Code, and a motion to enter into contract to establish the salary and fringe benefits for the position of assistant superintendent. This action is intended to elect Dr. Carl Atkinson as school district of Springfield Township's assistant superintendent under the following terms and conditions. Upon the nomination of district superintendent Dr. Nancy Hacker, the Board of School Directors of the School District of Springfield Township, which will hereinafter be just called district, hereby elects Dr. Carl Atkinson, the assistant superintendent, to serve in the capacity as assistant superintendent effective August 18, 2017, and his commission shall terminate on August 17, 2021. Dr. Atkinson's salary and fringe benefits are to be in accordance with a contract that will be separately acted upon by the district at a future board meeting prior to July 1, 2017. Dr. Atkinson's election as Assistant Superintendent is subject to the provisions of the Pennsylvania Public School Code of 1949 and its amendments thereto, and the duties of the Assistant Superintendent are set forth in the contract and shall further be in accordance with the school code. What you will need at this point is a motion and a second for this resolution, after which, if the public wishes to comment on it, they would have an opportunity to do so.
Are there any questions or comments from the public, since this is an added motion? Are there any questions or comments from the board?
Mr. Chapman. Aye. Mr. Lapidus. Ms. Nelson. Aye. Ms. Sarsfield. Aye. Dr. Teratuski. Aye. Mr. Taylor. Aye. Ms. Lipinski.
Congratulations, Dr. Atkinson.
Are there any public comments on non-agenda items? Okay. Future meeting dates: interim board meeting, Tuesday, April 4th, 2017, 7 p.m., Freeze Memorial Lobby. School board meeting, Tuesday, April 18th, 2017, 7 p.m., Freeze Memorial Lobby. I'd like to just make one more comment. We were made aware by Dr. Hacker that our district was, and correct me if I'm saying this wrong, voted one of the best places to work. Yes. And I just wanted
Yes,
to
thank
acknowledge that, because I thought that that was really pretty cool.
Yes, we're still trying to uncover who the individual was. We're assuming and hoping it was an employee that nominated us for this honor. And Ms. Kerr and I were fortunate enough to be able to attend a luncheon which honored all the recipients of this award in several of the counties in the Philadelphia region. So we were very, very excited to be able to win this award. So whoever this individual was who nominated us, we hope you will step forward so that we can thank you for this recognition.
What was the name of the award?
2017, one of the best places to work. And I agree.
1,000 best places to work in Springfield.
Okay, on that happy note, motion to adjourn. Thank you, everyone.